Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So now we are gonna start out the new data structures in Python, and that are your stacks. Okay, stacks. This is what is the other next data structure which we are starting up over here today, right? So first of all, I'll take you towards that. What are stacks, right? What are the things we have in up over here? Then I'll take you forward with the rest of the stuffs under the same. Okay, let's get started up here. So if we're talking about a stack, so a stack, it is I'll say it is a linear data structure. Okay, it is actually one of the linear data structures, right? And the main thing which we have in about the stacks is that it stores the items in the format of your LIFO, last in first out, right? Last in first out, or your first in last out. So these are the two formats into which a stack stores up your data. Either it's going to be a linear data structure, it is a linear data structure, and the I'll say the putting up of the elements or storing up of the elements or the items, it is basically of two different formats. The first one is your last in first out, and the second one is your first in last out. These are the two ways, right, into which we put in the elements, we store the items into a respective list. So I'll just write that as well. First one is last in first out, okay, and second one you are having first in last out. So it happens that whenever the LIFO is used, means last and first out is one. So there what happens that whatever the last element you had put in, that particular element is going to come first outside of that particular list or that particular stack. And in the philo what happens, whatever the first element you had put in up into your stack, that element will come lastly out of that respective stack. That is what is your LIFO and philo over here in stacks, right? Now here what happens that whatever the new elements we are adding in, right, in the stacks we added the new elements, right, those are being added at the different ends, I will say, right, and then the elements are removed out from that respective end only, right? So these things you will just get to know once we are started on with the practical stuffs and the things like that. Great. And we are having two more things over here, that there is the, I'll say, the insert and delete. The insert and delete operations are called push and pop. So if you want to insert up any element into a stack, you'll be using the operation which is your push operation, right? And if you want to remove out, delete out any respective element from the stack, in that case you'll be using up the pop function. Okay, so this is what is your push and pop over here in the stacks. So this is a short summary about what are stacks. These are linear data structures. Here we follow up the rules, which is LIFO and philo. LIFO stands your last in first out. Philo stands in your first in last out, right? Further moving ahead, we have if you want to insert up any element into the stack, so use the push function. If you want to delete out any element from the stack, you use up the pop function. So that is how it is all categorized over here, right? The insert and the delete operations as well. Fine. Great. Now, if we're talking further about the this particular, I'll say the stacks only. So here we have different types of methods, different types of ways into which we can actually ways from which we can implement up the stacks in Python. Right, it will different ways into which a stack can be implemented in your Python programming language, right? So we have three different methods that I'll cover up. The first one is your list. With the help of that, we can implement up the stacks. Okay, second method we are having, there is a library which is collections. Okay, collections in Python. So collections.dq, that is my second method, right? And the third method I'm having up over here, q.lifo. Okay, lifo queue. Right, so these are the three different methods which we have up over here in the stacks for your implementation of the stacks, right? How you can implement the stacks in Python. With the help of these three different ways, these particular things could be done out. List, collections.dq, and it will be q.lifoq, right? So first of all, I'll be taking you through the list option, which we have the very first one, like with the help of the list, how we can simply implement up the stacks over here, right? So list, we all know that it is one of the Python's built-in data structures, right? Python's built-in data structure is a list. We have already studied about the list into my some of the previous videos, right? So it is one of the built-in data structures or which is list, and we can use these lists into the stacks, right? If you are talk about list, so lists are mutable and these are denoted by the large brackets. Inside lists, you can store any type of the data belonging to any of your data type, right? So like instead of push here in the list, append is used for adding the elements, right? So that's what we use up over the list, right? And if you want to put up any respective element onto the top of a stack, in that respective case, this append is used up into the list, right? And we have the pop function which helps you to remove out the elements that in the last in first out order into the LIFO order. It helps you to remove out the elements from a list, right? I'll just write that one also, LIFO. Fine, so that's what is the other thing we have it up over here. And right, so there's actually a little bit of issues with the speed of the list, because see, lists are a type of data structures where you can store different data types of elements, right? So it's very obvious that it will take up a little bit more time, because rather than the similar data structures, it is having very dissimilar data structures, right? So just because of that, it will take up a little bit more time while simply giving up of your list and the things over there, right? So that's what we have up over here under the list, that is your LIFO option. Now under this only we have the how we can demonstrate the stacks implementation with the help of the list, right? That I'll not cover into this particular video, that I'm going to take up into the next video where we'll be seeing up the practical implementations, that how you can demonstrate the stack implementations with the help of our list, right? So into this one we had learned about lots of theoretical things about your stacks, that what are these, what are the different rules it follows, about the insert and delete operations, what are the different methods about implementing in the stacks, the three different list, collections.dq and q.lifoq, right? Collections and q, these two are your libraries which we have up in the Python, right? So how to use those further we'll be discussing up into the same series. Right, so I hope I am pretty much clear with the same stuffs about the stacks to you all. In the next video, we'll be starting on with the practical stuffs for the same, right? So if you have enjoyed the video, do like this video, do share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe out my channel. We'll see you in the next video.